I am so appreciative of the time you've given me and the lunches, and I think this is going to be really good. So thank you very much for being here. You were 18 in 1980, and you told your dad you wanted to go into the restaurant business.
That's right.
Tell us about that.
It was actually my first business venture, and so I told my dad. I said, so my dad said to me, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Well, I think I'd like to go in the restaurant business. It'd be kind of fun." And he says, "Okay." He says, "I got this opportunity for you." He had this building on Main and Broadway, and he had renovated the building. And the main floor, he had made a deal with this tenant to put a restaurant in there, but he didn't have the money to do the TIs. And so my dad thought, okay, he could finance and put me as a partner, and then give me the opportunity to learn about something about business. So he said to me, "What do you think?" He says, "Why don't you be partners with Reno on Main and Broadway, and you can own 50% of the restaurant?" And I said, "Okay, sure." And it was kind of a diner, hamburger, bus stop joint, and it really wasn't what I wanted. But I thought, okay, well, let's see how this goes. And so I went in there, and I remember, just looking at the element and what you have to do. And after 3 days, I walked out of there, never looking back, throwing everything out the door, saying, and gave Rito my 50%. I said, "You can have it for free." First thing is, I always say to myself that, if I can't go to dinner with them, then I won't hire them. So that's the first thing. I think you have to be able to.
Now you've got the restaurants to take them to.
Exactly.
Yes.
Very good cost too. That's right.
So, okay, take them to dinner and see about their manners and how polite they are to the waiters and waitresses.
Yeah.
And
yeah, just you enjoy their company. What are they like? Whether they fit with what you want and what you're looking for. If there's a good fit there. Integrity. I think you have to see. And that integrity is a big thing, because it's all about what you do, is not what you say. And you look at their history. I think what they've done in the past. Most of the time the past does equal the future. So you see what they've accomplished. Who they are as people and how they've handled themselves in the community and what they've done and what they stand for. I don't have any one in particular. I have lots of them. The ones that I like to listen to is Warren Buffett. He's one of my favorites. Jimmy Pattison. I talk to him once in a while, and he's always has those little tidbits of advice that I just love. And I love listening to older people. They have a lot of wisdom. Listen to my dad. Joe Siegel. I like to talk to older people. That's one of the things I enjoy doing. Sit down, and they always have something interesting to say. I would go into making apps. That's kind of the new thing now. Software. I know Uber now is like 17 billion. They started in 2009 with 0, and some of these market caps and really. I read an article on all these different apps, and they're in the billions of dollars, and all they do is eliminate one phone call. That's all they do. And so, if you're in that space, I think there's great opportunity, and it's really financial. The balance sheet, the income statement. Like Warren Buffett is a genius at that. He can tear apart an income statement, a balance sheet, and see things in there that other people can't see, and you see hidden value, and so it's really about the numbers. And I'm very much a numbers person. I like to see the numbers, and they all have to work. And then once you get past that stage, then you look at all the other elements. The management, the competition, company. How do you fit in those realms, and can you achieve those numbers? Actually, it came from my dad, and he said, "Tell me who you go with, and I'll tell you who you are." And that's always kind of been because in life you meet friends, you meet people, business people, and you can always look at people and judge them by who they're with, and. So that to me is pretty fundamental.